All right, you guys. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's just. Okay, so I provided the link for you guys tonight. Tonight we're just gonna have a talk, party, do a couple things. All right, let's see. I put the link in the description, so if anybody wants to come up tonight, we're gonna have Tom on the panel, and he's gonna be answering any and all questions that anybody might have for him. So everybody's welcome on the panel tonight. And let's see. Here we
Let's kick it.
go. Hey, there he is, the man of the hour. How are you, Tom?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good.
Good.
So how's everything going with the house and
Great.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm putting all the hidden cameras in now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you gonna put the cameras?
The bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yeah. I'm gonna upload them to OnlyFans. Be cool, won't it?
Oh, Tom's ambitions in life. How's that working out for you?
What's that?
How's that working out for you putting cameras? Are you gonna?
Good. I got it covered everywhere. And it's 12-foot ceiling, so the highest ladder is only 4 feet, so you couldn't even get to it if you wanted to.
Oh,
To.
even in the
It,
bathroom?
yeah,
Okay.
no, it's too hard to see. It's like pinhole. I mean,
Oh,
that's a long ways. It'll be like, another 7 feet looking up, and it's just a pinhole. You'll never see it.
wow.
Yeah.
So so tonight, like who would you want to debate or talk to tonight? Let's see if we can.
Anybody. I mean, these people talk a lot of shit, on these little sound bites and these little videos they upload, and I'm this and I'm that. And they never have enough balls to talk to me when I can respond on like a third party platform like yours.
Yeah. So
So,
this is
if they thought all these things and they want to talk about these things, why don't they have enough guts to come on?
come on, you guys. Tonight we're doing a one all tell all. You can speak your piece. It'll be the perfect.
When I'm on a phone like this outside, I only see I don't see who's on or are people watching?
Oh yeah. Yep,
Okay.
there's people on right now.
Yeah, because I can't tell that, on my end.
Yeah, I know with StreamYard it's a little difficult to see
Yeah.
on on both ends, but there's the link for tonight. So so Tom, like
Yeah.
how are you still doing so you're just strictly doing like homeless videos now? You're not
No,
doing
I would do them. I just don't have any the prostitutes around Augusta work out of hotels with a phone. You're never going to see them walking.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't think I mean, they might have done it at some time, but I don't think I'd have access to them.
Right.
I would do it if I could. I just, I don't have any access to anybody doing that for sure.
Okay.
I do the homeless because basically that's about all that's left. That's kind of the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I like interviewing, but I do like interviewing prostitutes more.
Mhm.
It's more like compelling. You wonder how they got there. And, most of them are so nice that, it's just more intriguing,
Right.
or homeless. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, it's not as fun.
S- and so do you think that do you miss Detroit at all, or
Not really. That had pretty much changed a lot before I left.
yeah.
And like where Maddie used to be, that's all this new international bridge, and that whole area is dead. And then Michigan Avenue, it's not what it used to be then. I'm not sure why. Part of the reason is there's an area not too far from there, Corktown, they've tried to make really nice. And a lot of the people that be coming from the west suburbs would travel by that area, Michigan Avenue, I used to be on all the time to get to Corktown. It's just, like another 2 miles down the road. So I wouldn't doubt that, the city is trying to make it look more presentable than back then and when it was rock bottom and there was really no place to go.
Right. Hmm. So, who, what would you say as far as who would be some of these people that you talk about that make up these videos? Who
Yeah,
exactly?
any of them. There's people up there that make these videos up. I'm killing people and stuff. Those people, for starters. This Nitty's always running his big mouth. This Mama Kelly thinks she's some tough thing. Get a hold of them. Tell them to come on up here and let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, okay, Nitty and Kelly.
Yeah. They'll say something on a video where nobody can respond, but that's a big difference.
Hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So so as far as, you know, being in Georgia, like what are your goals as far as
None.
living there and being there? Are
Mm,
you retired?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I keep talking about working, but I probably won't.
Yeah.
I stay up late, sleep in, fuck around, get coffee in the daytime. I mean, we'll see, if I do something, it's going to be something fun, not some boring ass PI work or something. My
So
license expires actually, I think, what's today? What was today? Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. My license expires in Michigan on Friday, which I don't really care. They called me about it. Want to know if I'm going to renew. It's like, no, I don't.
Would would you get it renewed in Georgia?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I might, but I mean, it's easy to get. I just don't really feel like doing PI work.
Yeah.
Too boring. Plus, you got to go after the work that you want. It doesn't come to you. It's not like you put a website out and the work comes, flowing in. You got to kiss a lot of ass to be successful as a PI. I mean, I'll bet over the whole time I did it, I bet I didn't get 100 cases over 40 years by people calling. I went after the work that I wanted.
So, what work in that industry do you think was the boss? Like,
The
as far as
insurance work. That's the only place there's any money at. There's not enough regular work to do work for lay people. I mean, I was charging the last time I did it, I was charging $1,000 a day per person, and that was 13 or 14 years ago. And at one time, I'd had like 14 people doing that every day, all week long for years. And that piece of the pie's gotten quite smaller too. Back to work programs, restrictions on workers' comp, difficulties in getting jobs, that kind of thing. But the money was in working for companies, not working for individuals. I didn't even do work for private people. Maybe after my like fourth year of doing it, it was just too much trouble. They thought everything was too expensive. They had unrealistic expectations. So I just skipped it all.
so basically, like, I mean, it's a job that you can get into and make money for everyone out there, you know. It's,
Yeah, if you own it, you can make money.
right.
It's like a lot of businesses. The owner's killing it and everybody else is making a living.
So with with your new house, like You're gonna put where you're just gonna put cameras all over your house?
just in the bathrooms.
Oh, just in the bathrooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So are you still gonna have your YouTube party?
Yeah. Yep. I got a lot of good spots to stay now. Yep.
Is it gonna be a party? Oh,
All nighter.
oh, all night party. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So who's invited?
I'll be coming up with a list. I will
You
be.
get you get that everyone's gonna get a VIP list, okay?
Yep. Come
So
down.
stay
Yep.
tuned for
I'll smoke food for them. I smoked 3 tomahawk. Well, I didn't really smoke them. I grilled them, but used smoke. 3 tomahawk steaks today.
wow,
Yeah,
really?
good. Yeah, they were half off at Walmart. Walmart's got a good selection of premium meat.
Yeah.
These
They
things are
don't
like
have any
$40 each.
they don't have any like butcher places there or
Yeah, not like tomahawk's a weird cut. I mean, it's the best part of bone-in ribeye.
yeah.
So either you're, a 5-star steakhouse or you're not. And like the ones I got today were all less than half off because they didn't sell. So I got an idea. You're probably not going to see too many of those sitting around. That's just not a market there for selling expensive cuts of meat like that. The
Right.
retail on it was like $128, and I got them all for 45. So I probably wouldn't have bought them, but they even get good ratings on their premium Angus beef at Walmart. They're good. They're really good. Two of them were like 3 pounds, 2 ounces, and the other one was like 2.8 pounds.
Yeah, I've never really checked out Walmart's meat select. I mean, we have a lot of
Yeah, they have high, better meat, the good stuff. The Angus is like select choice cuts.
so in Georgia, as far
Yeah.
as grocery markets
Hmm.
out there, what do they offer out there? You have
Yeah,
Walmart,
not
what
that
else?
much. Basically, it's about Walmart's the best. Now they do have a Publix down in Lake Oconee, which is kind of upper middle class. It's really nice, but you're kind of screwed around here. It's Ingles. Their meat sucks. It's just like a typical grocery store. Then you got Walmart, and that's about it. I go to Costco occasionally, get some stuff,
Okay.
but yeah, I usually just, I smoke brisket and
So they
cook
really
ribs.
so in that area, they really don't have like it's not it's kind of like rural. They don't really
Yeah,
have a
very
lot
rural.
of
Yeah, right. Yep. I've got to
okay.
go 33 miles west or 23 miles east. Yeah, it is rural.
Okay.
Out of 161 counties, I think this is 157, with one being the richest and 161 being the poorest. This is a poor county.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have much. We don't even have a hospital in this county.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
So
small.
what so so what made you decide to um land there?
This guy I know ta- wanted me to come down here. I was sick
Oh,
of living
okay.
in Michigan, and I thought, yeah, I was due for a change. So I just did.
Hmm,
Year ago, April.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a different. I mean, if I was much younger, I probably wouldn't like it because if you don't like being alone, that's probably wouldn't be for you. And people think they want to be alone, but it takes being alone and thinking you want to be alone. They're not that close together.
Uh, So as far as like the chosen one community and all of the
Yeah.
posts with the community and everything,
Hmm.
what is your take since you have a lot of sites that, chosen one community, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
chosen one's girls, you
Yeah.
have, you know, how do you feel about all of that?
I don't really care. I mean, YouTube allows it. I mean, they're all too stupid to come up with any original content. So if they're not using somebody else's name in their title, you'd never hear about them.
So so do you keep in contact with everybody who's in this community, or is it
No,
just
hardly anybody. No.
oh, so they basically made a community with your name, but you're
Right.
not involved in it?
Right. That's true. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, because nobody watched that silly shit. You know, if there wasn't some, recognizable name.
Right.
But,
Hmm.
YouTube's okay with it. So what are you going to do?
Right. Well, they went to court and everything for it, so they're not really liable either.
No, they didn't go to court. They've always been protected. It's Article 203. It went to the Supreme Court, decided not to hear it. They're covered. They're not responsible for any third party content. None of it.
Hmm.
That's why. It didn't go to court. The Supreme Court didn't want to hear it. Because there's a lot of people out there, the critics say that, they cause a lot of problems by hosting these social media platforms that, wreck people's lives and, create rumors and what have you. But since once the Supreme Court didn't want to hear that case, they were basically covered till eternity.
So so Tom, have you ever thought about becoming like the mayor out there?
No, hell no. The town's only like 300 people or something. The whole county is less than 1,500 people.
Right.
No, that wouldn't interest me. There's nothing, nah, I like doing nothing.
Oh, look, it looks like we got a fan.
I like doing nothing.
Right.
So no, I don't think I'd ever do that. I got it too made to mess up.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, how's everything in Georgia as far as like the weather, like
Good, great. I mean, I don't
yeah.
really like hot weather that much, but what are you going to do? It's cooling off quite a bit lately, the last couple days. It's
Hmm.
cool. Like it's down to like 58 or something like that at night, but it's been a hot summer. The summers are brutal,
Right.
but you do kind of get used to it, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, I was out in Arizona a couple of weeks ago. It was 110 out there, like 105 in Mississippi too.
Wow. Oh, look, we have look, we have Judge 69. Hi, Bopak. There's nobody watching. So 69 Judge, do you know this guy?
No, I never heard of them.
No.
Uh-uh.
Hi, Bopak. You're welcome on the panel. We love Lobo Fish. Oh, he's coming from
Quiet, Daisy, quiet.
New Mexico. So we have Lobo Fish from New Mexico. Did you stop in New Mexico on your travels?
Yeah, I was out there quite a bit. Yeah,
How
it's
was it
pretty
in,
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live out there, but I like visiting it.
right. Let's see. So oh, this is crazy. So what would you say like as far as like the when you made your trip on Route 66,
Yeah,
what state would you say was the most interesting?
I'd say New Mexico.
New
I'm
Mexico?
not
Why?
into that desert stuff too much. It's all right, but I mean, I wouldn't want to live out there. I mean, sometimes like when the sun sets, it's cool, or it's different in the morning. It's dry and you get clear blue skies. But I don't like that rocky, dry, broiling temperature crap. All kind of looks the same. Texas too.
Tech Oh, all my exes from Texas, right?
Yeah. Well, it's that state. You can't even live in it. It's nothing out there. It's like for
Really?
miles. Yeah. You
Well,
don't
I
see a
mean, what
dead bug on your windshield, nothing run over, no birds flying. Really, it's like that.
yeah, but what part of Texas were you in though? That makes a
All the way from
difference.
the west side to the east side, south of Dallas. Well, across the whole state. Doesn't even get like livable till south of Dallas, going east.
Hmm.
Yeah. You can keep it.
Yeah, well, when I went to Texas before, But I was in, like, a metro area too,
Yeah,
so
that's
it makes
different.
a difference.
If you go on a
Yeah.
map, you'll see that all the places where people live in states like that are where the only water is. You know, it was a
Right.
good place. Yeah, like a good hub or a capital or something like that. Other than
So
that, it just costs too much to live out there because there's nothing out there. It's like water mainly.
well, 69 Judge, so he says nobody's watching this silly shit, but the fact of the matter is, right, Tom, like, we called people out and nobody wants to come on the panel
Yeah, that's right.
and speak their
Right.
piece, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
They can type all they
Right.
want, but,
Yeah, that's
you
exactly
know.
right. Yeah. He's watching it. That's probably somebody we know that doesn't have enough balls to come on their real name.
Right, yeah, well, exactly. Let's see. So Bullpack almost moved to Scottsdale, but
Yeah, you can see that down there, but the majority of the place you don't see cactus. Up where I was, you don't even see it.
really?
No.
I thought they were all
That's
over the
down
place,
lower.
or maybe
Nope.
I was just
No.
thinking wrong.
Uh-uh. Those saguaros, like they're in like a national park and you know, down further south.
Hmm.
They're really cool looking. I wish I would have. I mean, I didn't really know their range, but where I was, you didn't see them out there growing. Maybe like a little one, like you'd see it at, you know, in a plant store or something like that, but nothing like impressive looking. Yeah, it wouldn't be for me.
Y'all block people. Oh, nobody's blocked.
Scottsdale's nice.
Wait, so apparently there's people that are blocked, but I never blocked. Well, I might have blocked some people.
Shut up, Judge, you stupid ass.
Let's see. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna check my.
Block that judge, he's a fucking idiot.
Nobody's blocked, so.
Yeah. You should block the judge. You all real hayseed. Get out of here, Judge, you loser. Click on Judge's profile and see if it's just like started a day ago or something. I bet it was.
Bopac's on it, so.
I bet no content or anything, just some troublemaking moron that lives with his mother.
So, would you say as far as um he says his comments are missing. No, they're not.
Yeah, he's just see. This is another way of like trolling a channel. My comments are missing. That's how they're too dumb to come up with any comments. So it's always, do you see me? You're blocked. It's some kind of interference unrelated to anything positive.
Oh, look, Rob. See, Rob says that he doesn't have the balls to come on, but hello all.
Hey Rob, how you doing?
Hi, Rob. No, we're talking about people who started a lot of problems and then they can't come and actually talk to them and speak
Oh,
their
they have
piece
a
of their
channel?
mind.
How many
But
subscribers? How many subscribers and what's their content?
oh, geez. Well, we'll see. But so as far as is now where you are right now, is it like a big hunting community?
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of people probably have like hunting gear and
Yeah, yeah. I drive around once a day looking to kick them off here if I see them.
do they uh is it like open season there for the most part?
Yeah,
Like
deer.
there's a lot of like laws in New York where it's not there's certain time, spring
Yeah.
deer and
Yeah, it's deer. I think you can hunt turkeys here now too.
oh okay. Do you see a
I
lot
have,
of wild turkeys? There's
yeah.
quite a bit of wild turkeys here.
Yep.
Even
Yep. It's pretty hard to trespass nowadays if you have a half a brain cell. You know, with phone apps and GPS, it's like it's all mapped out. It's like, you got to be really super stupid to be on somebody's property accidentally.
Oh, hey Tom. Well, 69 Judge is gonna meet you for lunch in West Branch, Michigan, apparently.
Yeah, I guess he's a little behind. So I haven't lived there in 16 months.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I wish they would have enough guts to come on.
They don't.
No,
They
they
just make
don't.
channels of you.
That's
You're a,
exactly right.
you're a celebrity, Tom.
Yeah, not really. I don't want to be one. But that
Oh,
kind of works on that social media platforms with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. These people are really weird.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, Botox.
How come you haven't been coming on your channel more?
I've been doing other things.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been, yeah, I've been in the works with some other things going on in my life.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yep. And well, Botox said that someone has a playlist and decent music when you asked about the person's YouTube channel. They chased him out of Michigan. That's what 69 Judge just said, that they
Yeah.
chased you out of
Oh,
Michigan.
yeah, yeah. Ha ha. Hilarious.
You don't you so you well, the reason why you left Michigan, right, was because you just wanted to relocate.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. Hey, 69 Judge, why don't you come on the panel?
No, he's never have enough balls. No way. It never happened.
Oh, let's see. That's what he just said. That kitty ran.
Where's Kropka been? Hey, have him come on.
I haven't talked to Mark or oh, Bopac's getting involved. Put up or shut up. I like that, Bopac. There's your boy, Chris. See, this is what always happens. We have this panel
Yeah.
where you are willing to
Yep. You know it.
say stuff and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
and all you get is people coming in and putting
Yeah.
stuff in the chat.
Yeah.
So,
It's total pussies. Like Judge 69. Yeah, what a joke. Still thinks I live in West Branch, clown. Thinking again.
so what do you? How do you feel? Well, you're pretty content now where you are, right, in
Yeah, that's
Georgia?
pretty good. Yeah, I like it down here. Yep.
You're not causing any problems. You're being
No.
good down there.
Yeah, I don't really talk to that many people out here.
Yeah, you're living the
Pardon?
country life. Are you gonna
Yeah.
get? Are you gonna get a? Are you gonna go buy a deer rack and
No.
start doing that too?
No. Would she try
No.
wanted to go out, Murray? I heard her in there. I thought she was just wanting me to come in. No, I don't do. I don't hunt at all.
So everyone wants to know how Daisy's doing.
Good. She's doing great. Just came outside for a second. Going back to bed now. Yeah, she's doing fine. She really likes it down here.
Yeah.
Runs around, a lot of things to do, that kind of thing. I take her with me. Either I take her or Marty takes her somewhere. She hates being left at home, which I don't blame her because I took her ever since she was a puppy everywhere. Because it was easy to do. And now I'd like to live her home sometimes, but I don't because I know she likes going a lot. Yep.
So they said that you have to clean out your condo and that you cook
Yeah.
for lunch.
Yeah.
Is that all squared away? And
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
Getting rid of it.
oh, you haven't gotten rid of it yet?
No, I do. I got a guy that's buying it. Yeah. He's a park ranger, actually.
Oh, okay.
Newlywed.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the housing market has been uh decent,
Yeah, it is.
so it should be easy to sell. Like if
It is.
you,
Yeah. Yep. Be glad. Get it out of there. You were thinking
well,
of building for a while, weren't you? Still thinking of that?
I was thinking about it, but right now it's not really a good time. It's not a good time for it.
Yeah.
So. So 69 Judge just said that he wants to meet you for lunch and that you can talk on a professional level because he wants to talk to you on a professional level.
I don't think he's capable.
Well, so I don't know what kind of or a personal level. He wants to talk on a personal level.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a bullshitter. He can talk on that right now.
Oh, that's true. Mhm. Well, I mean, so what other activities have you been involved in since you've been in Georgia?
Yeah. That's about it. I just went out there and came back. I've been up to Michigan a couple times. I travel around here quite a bit. Go to Atlanta, Athens a lot, Augusta, those three places.
Okay. Is there like a lot of Amish community out there?
None. Zero.
No.
Uh-uh. There may be some in Georgia someplace, but not around here. And I haven't seen any.
Hmm.
I'm not that far from Gatlinburg either.
Well, you were doing Amish videos, correct?
Yeah.
For a while.
Yep.
How would you feel working like how would you feel if you went to back to like the Amish community or there's no Amish
I'd
community
do
out
it if they
there?
were around here.
They're usually pretty decent people for the most part, but usually around here they kind of just stick to themselves, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You don't really they don't really talk to too many people or
Are
when I
they
went
near you?
yeah. Oh, there's an Amish community. Yeah, we have Amish communities out here.
Oh, wow.
Not in my general area. You'd have to probably drive um like an hour or so, but
Oh, okay. I just had a bee sting me in the forehead. Oh, shit.
well, you have your beehive, right? Is it your beehive
Yeah,
out
but I
there?
don't know why they've been doing this lately. That damn thing. Hang on a second, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a goddamn bee sting me in the forehead. No, not a fucking nowhere. Not walking around or nothing.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna pull that fucking stinger out in a minute.
Are you okay?
I got a magnifying mirror in here. No, I don't think it's that big a deal. Wonder what he did that for, motherfucker. Pull this goddamn stinger out of my forehead. Look at this fucking stinger stuck right in my goddamn forehead. Come on, look at it.
Hi, Mushroom Baby.
What he did that for?
You better hope your fucking hand don't swell up.
I bit stung about 4 times in the last 5 days.
Does that ear thing work?
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Hi, Mushroom Baby. Well, Tom
I'll
just
tell you
got
one thing
stung
though,
by a
it
bee,
stings
so
like hell.
Does it?
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right, though.
I killed his ass.
Oh, I'm sure
He
he
won't be
did.
stinging me again.
Well, I think with bees, I think once they sting you, I don't know if they can live
No, they
afterwards.
can't. Now, believe
Isn't
me, he
that
didn't
what?
live. I squashed that fucker flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, those things, once they sting you, they're done.
I don't know
So,
why this one did this though. I mean, I wasn't even sitting over near there. Like a goddamn bee. Stung me right in the fucking forehead. What could have happened is I could have been like sitting on him or something, lean back on him in the chair, and
yeah,
that got him on the warpath. Who knows?
they get aggravated, and it's hot down there, so.
It's cool right now though.
Oh, really? What's the temperature?
74.
Huh.
Tell you one thing though, man, this one hurts like a motherfucker. Oh shit, man. He shot his whole fucking load in my forehead.
Tom, we're gonna have to see pictures of this,
Yeah,
okay?
damn, man. No, it hurts, and that shit. Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Well,
His
you're
pitch
not. Are
sharp?
you allergic to bees?
No.
Usually, it's
Mm-mm.
just bad if you're allergic to them. Hi, Mari.
So
Mari's on here.
I've gotten stung about 4 times in the last 3 days.
Well, you're a beekeeper. Like you know
Yeah,
what
but
I
I know
mean?
why I
Like
did. I feed them year round, and they sting me putting their feeder jar back. It's filled with sugar water and water.
right.
And this time of the year, bees get like more aggressive because they got a lot of shit to protect. They've got their whole winter food supply packed away, and they
Yes.
don't want you in there fucking with that.
Hey, Mari, you should come up. Come on the panel.
Yeah, Mary, come on up in the panel. In the spring, when they're getting established, it's true, man. You can take the top off a hive, walk over there, no bee suit, nothing.
Right.
Pull it out, look at the frames, they're flying all over, no problem. But boy, when it comes to fall, you're not doing that shit. And to go in there at night, they'll attack a flashlight too.
I mean, with the I mean, most bees though usually aren't. They usually leave you alone, but if you're directly like doing
No,
anything near
I
them,
think he probably was like crawling on the chair behind me, and I, leaned back,
right?
and then once I leaned forward again, like to grab my beer, he probably took off and thought, "I'll get that motherfucker now."
Hi, a bag of chips, a bag of chimps. Okay, how are you? Welcome to the show. Yeah, well, you should get like chickens and stuff. Then you can get fresh
No,
eggs.
no,
No?
my neighbor gives eggs all the time. I told him quit bringing them over.
Oh,
I don't eat
okay.
that many eggs. I don't want anything I got to take care of. Really. I mean, I'd be into all sorts of shit, but I don't want to feed him. You worry about him. You can't leave. You got to kiss somebody's ass to come over while you're gone, and fuck it. And with chickens and shit, there's a lot of stuff that want to eat them around here. You'd need to be like worrying about them all the time. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I like, carrier pigeons, everything, but bees are like simple. I'm going to grow a lot of wildflowers too.
Oh, a bag of chimps has a question for you, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's that?
Fire away. Let's see. Um, Mary, I'm sure your hair's not a mess. My hair's a mess. If I were to come on the panel, you guys would just
Just
scared.
tell her to come on and don't show her a picture.
Yeah, just use an avatar.
Just be kicking it.
So, a bag of chips has a question. He said, "What is best record camera?"
Are you talking about like for still photography, video, what? or just fucking around, like if you're going on vacation or something?
Best camera for video that's not expensive.
Yeah, well, that's actually getting pretty easy. I mean, you can't beat what cell phones are doing now, but a good one's pretty expensive. I used to get like a new camera every year or two because I use them so much. I'm basically using a semi-pro amateur camera and using it for commercial purposes. I mean, I film the shit out of everything. I'm using my cameras constantly, GoPros too. And usually after about a year and a half, something would start to go. And I don't know if you've ever tried getting any of this expensive stuff repaired, but it's almost like the repair bill's more than a new one, almost always. So you just go buy a new one. Well, my whole life up until about maybe a year before COVID, this cell phone company, even though, I've got like professional amateur grade, cell phones have really put a hurting on these places. Canon, Sony kind of got out of the market. The dedicated camcorders, that's all they do. They haven't come up with like any new models in a long time. Actually, I bought an older model because I was afraid Canon was going to quit doing it altogether. So for a new quarter, I'll tell you one thing: I wouldn't invest in 4K. You can get all sorts of deal on 1080p, which is fine to upload to YouTube on. There's a million, but get a dedicated camcorder, 1080p with the biggest sensor you can afford. Canon makes some pretty good ones. There's some used Sonys on eBay. You don't really need to spend that much money. I bet you could get a killer camera with tons of time on it for $500.
So basically, you just say just go with your normal cell phone.
Yeah, I mean, I would use this depending on what I was doing. I mean, you can't get everything with a cell phone, just like a GoPro. It's just like lenses on a camera. You're either going to get sunsets, you're going to be photographing bees close. There's not one camera for everything. But by and large, just a good 1080p high definition cell phone camera, they're a dime a dozen now. The thing about cell or cameras, it's the size of the sensor you want with good low light sensitivity and digital stabilization so you can handhold it without a tripod. Yeah, Canon's got some good ones and they last forever. But boy, I'm not up on the new models because I just haven't bought them myself in about 3 years because there aren't any. But this 4K stuff really never took off. And if you look at a lot of stuff, most people don't have a 4K monitor anyway. I mean, I upload my interviews in 4K, but that's about it. Everything else I use 1080p. It's just, takes way less time. When you're looking at something on a cell phone, you're going to have a hard time distinguishing between 4K and 1080p. So it just doesn't make sense. They marketed it, didn't really work out, and they were going to 6 and 8K, and that seems like it's even been more of a failure. What are you thinking about doing, like YouTube videos or something like that? You want a decent zoom. You want to look at optical zoom, not digital. Digital zoom sucks.
Oh, here's a bag of chimps. Let's see. He wrote, "A John paid me to record his trick. The camera was bulky.
Yeah.
Seedy motel years ago."
Yeah, well, probably VHS. Yeah, they weren't very good back then, and the low light capabilities were bad. Yeah, there's all sorts of good shit out there for $500. Good for you.
Oh, there's Mari. Let's see, Mari. Did
My damn forehead's throbbing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can still get a used HFG 30 Canon, HFG 40. I got a whole stack of blowjobs filmed with those. It came out perfect.
let's see.
Yeah, we have all that down here. There's a Golden Eagle down here, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, which is huge. I think I saw it one day from a distance. Pretty sure that was it. And I know a lady it's a big bird nut that's seen it twice. I bet she saw the one I saw. We don't live that far apart. And I thought, man, that is like the biggest red-tailed hawk I've ever seen. And well, I bet it's that golden eagle.
We
Yeah.
don't around here. There's not really a lot of that. That's usually there's not a lot of actually like even eagle. Like well, if you go in like more like the southern tier, you'll probably see more of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a lot of wildlife. The
Oh, there you
stars,
go.
the
There you go.
stars here are fantastic.
There you
Oh,
go.
it's a range of people. Quite a range of women. Yeah, it was great. I wanted to document it like Discovery.
The Discovery. So what would you say as far as like food goes down there? Like would you
Yeah,
say
it's
that?
mostly it's like this is a big like buffet, like the Southern cuisine. They all got the same stuff: fried chicken. Now they're doing sway instead of catfish because it's cheaper. Chicken a bunch of different ways: rice, okra, macaroni and cheese. It's all like the same everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do they have
like
a
it's
lot of
this.
grits too?
I don't see grits on the menu very often. I mean, they have them at Waffle House, but I don't see them on menus too much. No, nope. Yeah, I don't. It's like this southern staple of foods, like everywhere. The
Now,
same stuff.
as far as the deer go, they're a lot smaller down there, right? That's what I would
No, not
think.
really. I thought that too, but they're not. They're supposed to be. In theory, there are. I think it's either Bergman's or Bernoulli's principle. The farther you get away from the equator, the bigger mammals get.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they seem about the same size to me. And the neighbor guy at the end, like at the very end, a couple miles away, he shot some monster deer. I mean, just racks that blow your mind. But no, they look about the same to me. The does and the bucks. I don't see that many bucks though. I don't think they have mule deer in Georgia. Maybe they do. They don't. I know they don't have wolverines.
Do they have mountain lions?
I don't think they do. I mean, maybe they do, but I don't think so. No, we got like raccoons, possums, armadillos, fox, gray and red, possums, tons of turkeys, wild pigs, eagles,
Mount,
hawks.
mountain lions are pretty big up here. Let's see. Oh, gee. Here you go. There's a question for you, Tom.
No, I was not. I wish I was being serious. That's an old phrase. You're dating yourself.
Jeez.
Oh, that's a good school. Yeah, it could be true. I go to UGA all the time. I'm in Athens quite a bit. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, maybe it is. But the deer seem the same size to me.
A bag of chips. I'm in
Oh,
New York.
no, deer are bigger the further you get away from the equator. I mean, all the way from, if you look at Canada and go all the way south down to the Key Deer, Key West, they continually get smaller south. I think mule deer are just out west, like Colorado and stuff.
Oh, hi, waiting for Godot.
I don't think that's true.
She got her doctorate in ethnobotomy.
I'm gonna
Ethnobotomy.
ask Marty. Marty used to hunt, but he doesn't anymore. He'll know. Hey, Marty, do they have mule deer down here? Mule deer. No, there's none down here.
What so what kind of doctrine is that, Mary?
Oh, cool. Good for her. Did she like going to school there? Hmm. What do they do? Ethnobotany. What is that?
Oh, about plants.
Oh, cool.
Let's see.
She probably doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's Bopak.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
So, as far as like you felt like that was the best decision was to leave Detroit?
Yeah. I wasn't in Detroit, though. I was in West Branch. Yeah, I'm sick of living up there. I didn't have any reason to live up there anymore.
Yeah.
I get sick of places. I last about 10 years everywhere.
Oh, okay. So you've lived in different areas then, right?
Yeah, yep.
What area would you say that you enjoyed the best?
They were all really good in different kinds of ways. You know, West Branch is rural. Chicago was great at the time. This is good. I mean, I wouldn't stay at a place if I didn't like it. I think I lived in Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti, Detroit, River Rouge. I've lived in Georgia before, Florida a long time. Yeah, I could live. It doesn't matter where I live to me, to tell you the truth.
So where did you live in Florida?
West Palm Beach in
Oh, okay.
Orlando.
Did you enjoy it out there? Because you don't really seem like a
No,
beach-going person.
no, I didn't go to the beach hardly, except at night and watch turtles.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really
How,
like living down there.
so I watched, there was a couple times with the turtles and stuff. So
Yeah,
they
it's
lay
fun.
their eggs, right? And they
Yeah,
bury them.
yeah.
And then when their babies hatch, they like take them out to
No, they go on their own.
they go on their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, is there a specific time of year that happens usually?
Yeah, about the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay.
They'll be hitting the water and heading out. High mortality rate. Most of them don't make it.
Really?
Yeah, which is why they have so many.
That's
A lot of those turtles swim 3,500 miles back to where they were born to lay eggs. Crazy.
hmm.
It's pretty fascinating, really.
Right.
I've seen them lay eggs a bunch of times. I only saw the babies hatching once.
Well, I thought there was like a time of year that kind of just happens.
Yeah, it does. 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. All
They're
right.
burying the eggs like in August.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun to watch.
Hmm.
I like doing it. I haven't done it in quite a while. I'm going to do it next year, I think.
Like,
I haven't done it in about 8, 10 years or something.
yeah, that is an awesome thing to watch. Now,
Yeah, huge,
what
like 700 pounds. They're real skittish, though. Once they start laying eggs, it doesn't seem to bother them if you're there. But if they see you on the beach, they have good eyesight too at night. They see you up there, they'll turn around, go back in, come back later when nobody's around. Yeah, it's
Oh.
fascinating. Yeah. I think it's really interesting.
Well, that's something definitely you should get like your GoPro and do like a time lapse of it.
Yeah, it's dark though. And they don't want you like putting lights on them or anything for very long. They're really strict about those damn things, man. I mean, they enforce the law big time.
Really?
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, there's all sorts of shit you can't do. They're really super pro turtle. It's been that way forever.
A bag of chips. Thank you. Have a good night. Well, he said I earned my thumbs up.
Oh, good. Yeah, if you've never watched them do that, it's really fun to do.
Yeah, I've never seen that before, like in person. So I have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm sure there's videos on YouTube about it. But that whole East Coast is huge for turtles laying eggs. Yeah, you like it. I think you'd like watching it.
So what's so like as far as the nightlife and stuff goes, where you like what's the closest city that you live? Atlanta?
The big city, yeah, 90 miles west.
90?
Yeah, Augusta's 57 east.
Wow.
Yeah. Macon's 90. I can get up to Memphis in about 4 or 5 hours. Chattanooga, 2 hours. Hilton Head, 4 hours. West Palm Beach, 7.
West Palm Beach 7?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Let's see. Well, Bopak, come on the panel. Let's see.
He's in Pennsylvania, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, PA, I know as far as PA goes, they have a lot of like, like Amish wooded
Yeah,
areas,
they do. Yeah. Yep.
like outside. There's a lot of like beautiful like air, if you like being out.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a couple of major cities, but how you doing, Tom? How's your forehead?
It's good. It went away.
Is
Pain
it
went away.
better? Okay. Well, at least you're not allergic, so.
No, I know I'm not allergic. But, that can change any time in your life. It's not always the identical serum in a bee sting. Same, all that shit. Snakes, whatever. You could get anaphylactic shock anytime in your life. You never know.
It's true. I've known a couple of people it's happened to.
Yeah.
We have Nitty's baby's mama, number 12. Did you have any thoughts to kill ex-wife when she took you to the cleaners on the divorce?
No, no, no. I'm appealing it, though. I'll win on the appeal. You watch.
So,
Nitty will never have to file a divorce because neither of them have anything. Can't take him to the cleaners when you're on welfare.
so what would you say? So with the divorce, were you upset? Like he
Nah,
says,
not really. I kind of saw
or
it coming. I was there in the trial and this judge's attitude. I knew I was kind of fucked.
no, Bopak, this is okay. It's okay. We're gonna keep him around for right now. Do you want to come on the panel, Nitty baby mama?
No, he's just got no balls.
We're doing
He's
all
got
questions.
to look out the window and make sure his fiance something doesn't happen to her out there earning rent.
That something doesn't happen to earning rent. What are you
Yeah, she's out there sucking cocks for $10 a pop, paying rent.
So she says Frank has 4K plus subscribers.
Yeah, that's nothing. He doesn't make $30 a month.
Right. Well, because with YouTube though, you have to be like monetized to really make money, correct? Or
Nah, there's no money in it anymore. There used to be. You know, they'll find a way to get it away from you if you get like popular. I mean, I was getting 14,000 a month for a while.
oh wow.
Yeah.
What was it when you were doing the videos of the ladies in
Yeah,
Detroit?
I mean, it would still. I think now, if I was monetized, I think I'd get like 2,100 a month. If my current figures, 2,100 a month. I'm not jumping through those fucking hoops for that. It's not worth it to me.
So actually, Nitty's baby mama number 12. We want Frank Nitty to come on here. Tom wants. We're gonna have a
Nah,
debate.
he's
So
too stupid. Yeah, there's no money in YouTube. I mean, some people are, but the average Joe isn't. They used to promote my prostitute interviews, and now it's a big no-no to do that. And they've done it with hunting channels, all sorts. There's a guy in there that does airplane crashes. Now they don't want him showing the moment of impact. I mean, what the fuck? It's an airplane crash channel. The hunters, they don't want him showing the kill shot. And now when you upload a video, you got to check off so much bullshit. It's not worth it.
oh, so Nitty's baby mama number 12. He makes more money than you, Mr. Reed, with all
Yeah.
your subs
Yeah,
with Bob.
right. Oh, yeah, sure. If you could buy him, Nettie'd have some. He'd go out there and suck a few more cocks with his fiance. He'd be buying them left and right. So would you. Yeah, so would you for sure. The fucking bugs are crazy tonight. Been a lot of daddy long legs.
Oh, here we have a question for you, Tom. Did you say earlier that you tried mushrooms?
Yeah, I tried them. Mm-hmm. Twice.
Now, I heard that
Yeah.
mushrooms are starting to become on the list of legal things in certain states.
No, they're not legal. They just promise not to prosecute you. Big difference.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it didn't really work for me. But I could have like not a good way of doing it. You know, mine were in a like a candy bar thing. I'd like to go to like Ann Arbor. They missed it this year. They're starting to have an annual, and go like get a legitimate one in the mushroom form.
Do you, so Tom, do you feel that mushrooms should be legalized, or do you think that it should stay
No,
like,
I think they should legalize them. I
you,
really
you,
do.
so do you think like as far as like harm goes?
No, I have some books I haven't read, but I have read quite a bit of articles, and I don't. There doesn't seem to be any downside to it at all. They're using it for PTSD and some clinical trials and rape victims and all sorts of shit. That it looks like it's some pretty promising results. But no, I can't see any downside to them anywhere.
So what
But
happens so what is this whole thing as far as what do mushrooms do as far as
well, they're
the
supposed
biological?
to they're supposed to make you put stuff on the shelf permanently instead of dwell on things. Basically,
Really?
yeah. It's like, who the fuck wouldn't want one? But it didn't really work that way for me.
I mean, I don't
But mm,
I mean like I'm not sure if I don't know. That's definitely interesting.
yeah, I mean, there's a great positive stuff. I mean, more and more places are having like festivals where you can go there and you're not going to get charged, but you can buy them. They even Ann Arbor, they had a thing where they were delivering them, but that ran into some kind of snafu. I'm sure the people fighting it is these damn marijuana dispensaries because a lot of those aren't doing so hot. They found out that all this bullshit like you can't deposit cash and uh, it's very paperwork intensive compliance. So the
Mhm.
last thing they need is another thing to come in there. Although I'm assuming that maybe mushrooms would be sold out of marijuana dispensaries. I mean, if that was the case, well, it'll probably help them. But the last thing they need is somebody taking another cut out of the piece of pie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Those marijuana places, a lot of people still, if you're a marijuana smoker, they're still buying their marijuana from who they got it for before it was legal.
that's the funny thing about when everything transitioned with that with is I we have a lot of um stores here, like marijuana stores,
Yeah.
and then not a lot of people really, I mean, some do,
It's
but it's not.
expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, they thought they were going to capture the market of the people that didn't want to take the risk of messing with it because of the criminal aspect. And it didn't really work out that way.
So do you think that it were because I know that there's doctors that do prescribe marijuana and
No, they're not medical doctors. There aren't.
yeah, no, they're
Mhm.
medical doctors.
No. Nuh-uh. Tell me one. They will get their ass handed to them by the AMA. You get me the name of one.
Mm,
No, you
wha-
don't. That is
the-
a big, huge, giant no-no with the AMA. That's exactly what they don't want any of them to do. And I'm sure they jerk their MD license if they knew they did that. There is no prescription to write for it, by the way.
do you feel that maybe do you feel that maybe uh what do you feel might be the safer solution as far as having any kind of like mental, like cognitive, like disorders? Do you think that going to the doctor and getting a prescription for that, or if they sent you to like a pain management specialist or something like that,
Well,
and prescribe
it's
marijuana? I
getting
mean,
pretty hard to get pain management. Now, there's a guy that actually is a pain expert, Dr. Daniel Claw, Clauw. You look him up on YouTube. Now, he's a tenured professor, and they still threaten to fire him because of he's an MD that talks favorably on studies that he's seen in Europe about marijuana use with regard to pain. I can only tell you this. I've never smoked marijuana. I've taken some gummies, and it was like I can take them or leave them. But I've read some of these studies myself. See, it's not funded very well because, first of all, it's illegal federally in the United States. And secondly, the AMA is totally fucking against it. That's the biggest fucking no-no there is. But if you look at data compared to that, you compare it to alcohol, it's like, well, we're not comparing it to alcohol. We just don't think it's a good thing. I know two super straight people that had injuries, and I got a medicinal marijuana card just so I could buy friend shit in
yeah.
states where you couldn't get it. And both of those were straight shooters that I'm not even sure ever smoked marijuana. Said if it wouldn't have been for that THC cream, that they don't know what they'd have done with regard to their pain. One of them had some surgery, and another one had a broken bone. So,
Do
I
you
mean,
think
it's hard
do
to
you think
dispute the results.
do you think it's more of like a financial issue as far as, well, they want you to take prescription medications for stuff so that they're because the
It
pharmaceutical
could be.
companies who
It
make
could be.
it.
Although I'm a big fan of science and double-blind studies and proven scientific record. That's the thing about marijuana, man. It's shot and beer talk. And even the few studies that they have are like fucking iffy because no one wants to fund them. They say now to bring a prescription medicine to market is over $1 billion now. So, there's not that many companies that are willing to put that out there and not get approved.
So basically what it boils down to is
You don't know what you're getting when you're smoking marijuana, is my point.
right, but the thing is too is you think that the reason it's more of like a financial thing, like
I
the
think I
money.
think that probably a little bit. Prescription companies don't have anything to worry about. I
So like
mean,
people
they
that make life-saving medications and stuff, you figure they're making tons of money,
yeah, but
right?
they deserve to because of what it cost them to bring it to market. It's
Mm.
expensive. I mean, there's no way around it. It's like, you know, launching fucking Elon Musk rockets up into space so you get better internet out in bumfucked Egypt. All this shit costs.
Do you think do you think that maybe like they just haven't figured out a way to really make money off of marijuana to
Oh,
like
they have
really
where it's legalized. They have, yeah.
right.
I just think there's there's no studies. Nobody really knows what long-term marijuana use does to you. I mean, there are already some fucking theories out there with regard to what it does to your memory. And like I've always said, just my own study, which isn't worth a fuck. If you took 10,000 people that smoked and 10,000 people that didn't, the 10,000 people that didn't are a hell of a lot more successful. Just the fucking way it is. Marijuana seems to take people and just make them want to not really do nothing.
Right.
There's people that smoke that still are professionals and stuff, but by and large, it's not exactly a motivator for people to get a lot of shit done.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I mean, you don't see too many people unless they're hippies or weirdos or poor parents that are suggesting that their kids smoke marijuana in lieu of drinking. Drinking it's got its problems too.
Oh,
I'm just
sure.
saying
Yeah.
that all bets are off on long-term use of marijuana. And if you smoke it, everybody knows that any kind of smoke's bad for your lungs. So that's one reason right there.
Right. Well, I like to touch on this topic a little bit too, is, with this vaping stuff now, people are like, vape, vape, vape. But like
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a professional by any means, but I did my own little study with like, like cigarette smoke, vape smoke, and everything else. And honestly, with the air purifier filters that I have, the vape smoke there was more chemicals in the vape smoke than there was in the
Yeah,
cigarette smoke,
probably true.
if you can believe that,
I believe it. Yeah.
but people are
It's the
pushing,
propellant they use.
right, but
Right.
people are
Yeah.
trying to push that vaping is safer when in all
Yeah.
reality,
No, I
the
don't think
only
so.
the only difference is you can't smell it, or if you do, it's very
Yeah.
minimal.
Yeah. If you ever get a chance, I was at a science lab at the University of Michigan one time where they were doing uh, tissue excising on a cadaver, and they sliced open the lung. If you ever get a chance to look at the inside of a lung, I think that would help you quit smoking because the alveoli, it almost looks like crepe paper. And when you see pictures of like thin crepe paper, and you just think of that and like having smoke in there and what it must do to it, and there are no shortage of photos of what it does to it. I mean, of all the places where you're going to store smoke, if you look, it's almost like tulip petals and stuff, and this fine, beautiful, gorgeous tissue that's not meant to have smoke there and what it does to it.
Hmm.
Really thought provoking. I mean, I remember thinking, God damn, man, this looks like beautiful. It looks like flower petals.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like any addiction, Nicotine's one of the worst ones out there. Except, you're not killing people to get cigarettes.
Right. Well, right. I mean, the thing with that, I think what ended up happening with cigarettes, right, is back, obviously before my time, really, probably my parents, is, you had, it was all over and people were telling you to do that it was for use for medicinal, like, it was okay,
I don't
the,
think it was ever medicinal.
I don't know. Like, I know some of my parents told me that, like, doctors would tell them to smoke. Like, they kind of like pushed it. They really pushed it for a
For
while.
what?
Like,
Why?
everybody smoked.
I don't believe that. Why would they tell people to smoke? I mean, they've known it's bad forever. They didn't know it was quite as bad as it is until later. But I mean, there's plenty of people my age that have never smoked. And the AMA has always been totally against smoking. So I don't know who would have been telling them this bullshit. I mean, you hear that and people told you they told them, but when it really comes down to, well, who are some of these doctors that said it? I bet you'll find that it's not that easy to find out. It's just same as some of these crazies that talk about the shock that'll happen to the baby, so you need to keep on smoking while you're pregnant. Fucking nonsense. So you know, it depends on who's talking to you.
Well, I think that like people basically just want you to be happy and um nobody likes to deal with people who are pissed or miserable, so they're like, well, if it helps.
Well, they do tell you not to quit everything at once.
Right. Well, there's always a method to that too, just even with prescription medications, there's a lot of them where you can't just stop taking
Yeah,
them.
prednisone.
If you take anything for like a long period of time, like you can't, that goes with anything you put in your body though. I mean,
Yeah.
cranky. Yeah, Mary, people don't they're willing to give you marijuana now just so that you're not cranky little babies, you know. Here, marijuana's legal. Here you guys go. Here's alcohol. Have a drink. They want everybody to be happy and peaceful and hugging.
Yeah.
Was that you, Tom, when you were a kid? When you were a kid, your parents were like, "Here, have a beer."
No, not at all. They were both alcoholics, but they never even really talked about it.
Really?
No, no, not really.
I think I had, let's see.
I didn't even start drinking until I was like 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had no interest in or alcohol at all, like in your teenage
No, I could still
years?
take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'd rather take it though.
Aw, Mari. She said I would just nurse my babies if they were cranky. No, no, it's like, here, go have this or go have that. Like, get out of here. Oh, Mari is probably a good mom. Let's see. Well, I think we all know people who are adult babies.
Hey, I'll tell you what I want to know,
What?
and that is that people when they refer to people as being autistic, they talk about on a spectrum.
Yeah.
What spectrum is that? Which one? Where can I read about it?
So with autism, it's different because they have like so many different like avenues. It depends on what they were diagnosed with to begin with.
Yeah, well, we
Like
never
they're
hear that fucking part. You'll
well,
just
like
hear somebody describing their kid or brother or something as autistic. And to me, the people that have been described that way, it's
well,
like soup to nuts.
right. So the thing is there's like an umbrella of diagnoses, right, under like autism spectrum. That's why they call it like the spectrum. So like you could have all sorts of different I mean, when it first came out, they're still like doing studies on it for definite like research, but I mean you could probably go back. It's one of those things that's probably always been going on. They just never had a name for it, you know.
Right. Like, I don't think I read an article a couple years ago that said that they weren't going to be using Asperger's syndrome anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, you can meet somebody that they say they are on the spectrum. It's like you can barely tell. And then other people, it's like, yeah, is this person ever going to be able to work?
Right. I mean, I think it affects everybody differently, and um they're still doing it's still like ongoing. Anytime they come up with
But
something
where
new,
does it
like,
start
well,
and
we've
where
got
does
to
it
like
end?
Think
Like
about it like
when you first breach the spectrum, where were you right before that?
they probably didn't know. Like, that was probably just one of those things where, you know, they find ways and therapies and just like for anything else, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think some of these people, they're not going to ever work.
Maybe. I mean,
No, for sure.
I've seen it all, so
I'm talking about legitimate professional careers.
I mean, there's been people on the spectrum who've been successful in life. So I mean, I guess it just depends on how, there's a lot of like syndromes and stuff where it varies on severity. Like, so there's a lot of different medical conditions where, I mean, like you've seen like, just like stages of cancer or stages of certain syndromes and stuff where it gets worse and sometimes it gets better. Like look at COVID, for instance. If you look at COVID, I mean, when it came out, no one knew anything about like everyone got in a panic and like now it's like they came out with vaccines and they came out with, you know, ways to help people. I mean, you got your COVID vaccine, correct?
Yeah. It's still killing people left and right.
Even with,
Yeah.
hmm,
I mean, it's a big improvement, but you're not, that's the whole thinking behind it. It's not that you're going to get it, it's if you're going to die from it.
right. Well, I mean, most of the people who are dying from it were, older,
Yeah, high risk.
it always was like, it always was like the older,
Yeah, but some people say it was a population eliminator. Well, if it was, they did a very poor job. They got rid of a lot of young, healthy people with COVID too. Not everybody was high risk. That affected the Black and Native American communities disproportionately. It's still a big major problem. And I think
it's,
we're stuck with this damn shit. Probably end up getting me someday.
uh, you're, you're old enough, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you never know though. I mean, it wiped out a lot of people
Do you know anybody,
worldwide too.
do you know anybody personally that was affected by it?
Yeah, killed them.
Let's see. Elon Musk has ASD. What's ASD, Mary?
Yeah, I've read that before too.
Oh, Courtney Love too. Yeah, I mean, like, so there's a lot of different things where, you know, people get diagnosed and, it
Yeah, I
doesn't,
don't know that he was ever diagnosed with that though, was he?
what's ASD?
What is ASD? It's a form of autism, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Autism spectrum disorder.
They say that about him, but I don't know if there was ever a formal diagnosis.
Jeez.
People assume that. I mean, what'd they fucking base it on? He went to Stanford, for Christ's sakes.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
Yeah. Native Americans. Were they all Native American? No, it's still a problem. There's a lot of people down here have it.
I think COVID is just one of those things that like everybody's gonna get. I don't know, unless if you literally like never leave your house and you know, I mean, that's not really living though either. That's just kind of, you know, I know a lot of people who still really don't go out much at all ever since COVID. So,
Yeah, I can see why. Oh,
yeah,
autism spectrum disorder. Yeah, I've read that about him before, but I don't know if that was ever an official diagnosis. I think that's just people think that. It's just a big difference. I mean, I don't know of anyone that I've been told's on the spectrum that would go to Stanford. So at the minimum, it's a bad example.
I mean, I think that they've done a lot of, research on it and everything. So, Murray says she's never tested positive, but she thinks that she's had it and she's highly vaxxed.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I
That
think
makes sense. Yeah.
I think the booster shot is available now if you want to
There's
get
a
the
new one that just came out. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, with all of these like vaccines and boosters, but I know a lot of people put a lot of money into um these vaccines, and that's a moneymaker too. I mean,
For who?
for the pharmaceutical companies, I mean,
No, the government's paying for it.
the government's paying for it.
Yeah. I don't know of anybody that's had to pay for a COVID shot, any form of it. Me included. And I have insurance.
Well, my question for you is, now did your doctor tell you to get the COVID shot, or did
Yeah.
you just get
Fuck
the
yeah.
COVID shot?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
so
he
your
did.
doctor told you to get the COVID shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's commercialized now, so it's on TV. Is it like one of those ads for medicine too?
So you can get it and you have to pay for it yourself.
I don't know. Well, I mean, how many COVID vaccines did you receive?
I got the original shot and then 2
So,
boosters.
oh, okay. So you got three. Well, I know people who've gotten five. I don't know what we're up
It,
to yet as far
well, it
as.
depends which one you're taking too. One was 2 shots, one was 1 shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's around. I wonder if it's placing much havoc on schools yet anywhere. Seems like it would be somewhere. You there? You hear me? I don't think she's on there. You there? Barry, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. You hear me?